The National Football League is sponsored by Miller Beer. Miller, made the American way since 1855. And by Honda, who invite you to see the CRX SI at your local Honda dealer.
At the outset, Hank Stram, you said that these Rams have to throw the ball on first down. They're doing it.
Yes, they're doing a good job of it, Jack. Actually, they've had the ball 7 times on 1st and 10. They've run the ball 4 times and thrown it 3, which is very effective, and they've completed 2.
Dickerson has run for 45 yards. 2 backs, Redden and Dickerson. Good block by Redden. Dickerson went inside and got good yards. He got about 7 before Eugene Lockhart tackled him.
I think the other thing is very obvious. You know, Dick, when you play against, and you know so well, playing against the Dallas Cowboys, you can't run sideways nearly as well as you run straight ahead, and that's what they're doing right now. They're really coming right after them and getting off the line of scrimmage very well.
Nothing tricky either, Hank.
No, nothing fancy. And they're usually, when you're doing a good job, it isn't anything fancy.
Yeah. 2nd down and 3. Hill, the tight end on the right side. Another good block by Redden and a good push by Dickerson for a first down. Tackled by Lockhart again. Like to talk about their center for the Rams these days, Tony Slayton out of Southern Cal, number 61. He's filling in for Doug Smith, who's on the injured reserve. Smith regarded as one of the best centers in football, but they tell us that Slayton is doing such a good job that Smith is going to have trouble getting his job back, Hank.
He's big and he's strong, and he's 6'4", 265, and he looks like he weighs more than that.
He does. He's got the soft build. He hasn't been in the Ram program long enough. They picked him up as a free agent, though he was an All-American for John at USC.
Well, he didn't get a first down. It's 3rd and 1, and Gooman is in the backfield. Hill in motion. Toss to Dickerson. And now does he have the first down? It's very close. I think he does. Tackled by Jeffcoat along with Jeff Rohr. First down. Ball at the Dallas 32. Well, Tony Dorsett told us, Dick, that it's going to be a busy day for him. He was told that. Dickerson's having a busy day, isn't he?
As long as Dorsett's on the bench, they can't give him the ball, and I think this is a little bit of the Ram approach right now, just to hang on the football and go straight at him. People sometimes have a tendency to complicate their approach in blocking that flex. The Rams aren't doing that.
Ellard goes to the left side. Duckworth is in there. And Brock is sacked for a loss of about 4 yards.
It looked like Slater that time got off the ball aggressively, and as he made contact, he lost him. Let's take a look at this. I don't know whether that happened or not, but let's take a look at... Watch Slater, number 78. Yeah, there's Too Tall, and he lost him. And there's Too Tall in hot pursuit, and he gets a piece of Dieter Brock.
Really, I think, though, the fault was on the fact that he couldn't find a receiver. Good coverage by the Dallas secondary. He had time to throw. He just couldn't find anyone open.
2nd and 13. Long snap count. Fellows came up very quickly, made him go back inside, and Jeffcoat tackled him. It's 3rd and long.
Jeffcoat has really been a factor so far through this first quarter and going into the second. How many times have we already mentioned number 77, Jim Jeffcoat?
Except on the time when they ran that draw, he had such a big outside rush. But that's about the only time they really did any business on him, Dick. He's playing very well.
But with the flex that they were in, Hank, that's his rush. That play was to be made by either Randy White or the linebacker to the inside.
And the 3rd wide receiver is in there. Duckworth. He is to the left of Brown. 3rd and 12. What a good play by Everson Wall. He tipped the ball, caught it, came back out to the 40-yard line. Tackled by Dickerson. Walls had intercepted 9 this year, and he gets one here. Is he a fine player?
He's such a great instinctive player. He reacts so well, and he admits he doesn't have...
Ball is out at the Dallas 40.
Here's Walls right here, I think, up in a bump and run position. Comes off, he's really tight on the man. See, he has deep safety now. He rolls back to the inside. He tips the ball nicely, then dives for it, and you can see what Hank was talking about, his great instincts as to where the ball was going to be thrown.
Ball's at the 40-yard line. That's the first turnover. They still haven't had a penalty. 11:26 left in the half. Dorsett is nailed in the backfield. Greg Meissner came roaring through there, number 69. They keep changing those people up front for the Rams, and they keep them fresh.
You know, Meister comes in the second and fourth quarter, and he'd like to be able to play more, but he said one thing is great about it, I'm really fresh all the time.
I love to come into the locker room with the Rams and talk deer hunting and pheasant hunting and turkey hunting with that guy. That time he was running back hunting.
Now it's Doug Reed, Greg Meissner, Gary Jeter up front, 2nd and 12. Wilshire, a linebacker, along with Owens. Screen pass. Oh. Carl Eckern smelled it out and made a big hit.
I think Meissner was offside on the play, number 69. We'll see.
It's the first flag of the day.
Offside, number 69, defense, still 2nd down.
Hank, you've coached in many playoff games, and I coached in a few. You know, I always felt that the officials would sort of back off penalty-wise. I don't have any stat on it, but I always felt that they didn't call as many penalties in the playoff game as they averaged through the regular season.
I think we always felt the same way. We really did. I think that's a good observation.
I don't think it's intentional. First off, you got 2 playoff caliber teams, and maybe they make fewer mistakes. You know, I don't know.
Ball at the Dallas 43, 2nd and 7. Look at that total offense. Rams have been piling it up. The Cowboys sputtering. Newsom in the backfield. Dorsett carrying. Reading well and taken down from behind, short of a first down. Well, it's going to be 3rd and 1. Reed made the tackle along with Johnny Johnson.
Nice trap block by the offensive right guard at that time. I think it's Kurt Peterson. No, excuse me, Kurt's not in there. It would have to be Broderick Thompson.
3rd and 1. The score here is 3-0 in favor of the Rams. 33-yard field goal by Mike Lansford in the first quarter. 3rd and 1. White backs off.
I think the Cowboys are fouled up due to that offensive line injury. They had an extra lineman in the ballgame.
They had too many people on the field. And White got him out of there and got the first down. Boy, that was great generalship by the quarterback, Danny White, wasn't it?
They're trying to run a Canadian play there.
Yeah, that 12 guys in it. 2 offensive tackles lined up at the tight end on the left side.
So Newsom carried and got the first down at the Ram 48.
And both of those tackles are so big that they didn't have enough room to line up on the same side.
Without being out of bounds?
Yeah.
Like your old linemen, that Buck Buchanan, those kind of guys.
They were big and strong. They sure were. Ed Buddy and Jim Tyre, they were great.
Greg Meissner made that tackle at the 48. Dorsett can leap by people. Brother, he has some spring in his legs, doesn't he?
He really does. He gets his feet up parallel, and then he darts one way or the other according to the angle that the defender's coming in to make the play. He does that better than any back.
You know, the other thing amazing about him is he plays so long, he never gets hurt.
I know.
He's not that big, and he's very durable.
Yeah,
and
amazing.
Asked him yesterday how many times he'd like to carry the ball if he had his druthers. He said 30 times.
2nd down and 5. A tackle by Mel Owens. We have 8 minutes left in the half right now. Whistle stop play. With that delay. Penalty against the Cowboys, 5 yards.
More often than not, when the signals are being called from the bench,
Offense, still 2nd down.
it's due to getting the signal laid into the quarterback. I mean, I used to get them called on me because I called them on the sideline, and I know Tom and other staffs have had that same problem.
Did you like to set him in with signals or set him in with players?
Signals.
Which of the do you like?
Signals,
It was quicker?
Yeah, quicker, less confusing.
That's one penalty against each club, and the Cowboys have 2nd and 10 at the Los Angeles 48.
Well, look at the room on that right side.
That's where Renfro is. Screen pass left. Newsom. Knocked off his pins by the cornerback, Urban. Leroy Urban. Urban is one of 7 Rams on the Pro Bowl team. Kent Hill, Dennis Harrah, Jackie Slater, Doug Smith, Dale Hatcher, Ron Brown, and Leroy Urban.
You're going to see the Rams roll their coverage right up into that screen going to a weak zone. Now watch him that pulls the Urban right up into it. So you see the secondary starting working to the right? Now see him coming right now? He's not reading run or pass. He's coming up and playing the short outside. Puts him in a nice position to work right up inside and play the screen. Good job.
Newsom and Gray check in for the Rams on 3rd and 10. Barry Jeter's in there. He gets knocked down. And incomplete. Look at that Ram coverage. There were 6 players around the intended receiver, Mike Renfro.
And they rushed with just 3 people that time and got a pretty good rush. Holding.
And a holding call with it against the Cowboys, but if they decline the penalty, the Cowboys will have to punt. That probably will happen. Talk to the captain, Cromwell.
Holding, number 70, offense, decline. 4th down.
That was Howard Richards who was called for holding. And Saxon is going to punt again. And this will be his 5th here in the first half. 6:42 left in the half. Johnny Johnson joins Henry Ellard back at the 10-yard line. 3-0 Rams. They get the ball. Saxon aims for the sideline, hangs it high. What kind of a bounce into the end zone. So the punt comes out to the Rams 20-yard line. Rams have a 3-0 lead with 6:32 left in the half. There's a 48-yard punt, and the Rams will be at their 20. Teams have played on an even basis over the years. This is the 21st meeting. They've split the previous 20. They didn't play against each other this year. They frequently play against each other during preseason, and they know each other very well. From the 20. Bill sets on the right side with Hunter. Hunter goes in motion. Dickerson got 5 good ones. Tackled by Lockhart and Hegman.
As you take a look at Dickerson from the backfield position, you're the ball carrier. Watch what he sees. As he looks, there's the hole. He's getting a nice block from David Hill, 81. He sees that hole. It looks like it's going to be a big one, and all of a sudden, it closes. It closes quick and throw football.
Eric's had a busy day. What did he tell you, Hank? He was never really a Cowboy fan?
Yes, that's right. It's unusual being from Texas, but he said he never was, and he certainly isn't now.
2nd and 5. Here he comes again, and he got 2. 3rd and 3. This is typical Ram football. Randy White made that tackle. They don't take many chances. They don't play wide open football.
Watch Randy White, number 54, the defensive right tackle. Watch him pursue. Now look at how well he uses his hands. He's up there high, locates the ball, and there he is making a tackle from the inside out. And that's why I said a little while ago, I really think that you're a lot better off to run right at him as much as you possibly can, because he murders you when you go away from it.
3rd and 2. Actually 2.5. Dickerson has 64 yards rushing in 13 tries. Here he comes again. Oh, is he tough? Is he tough? Yep. He just ran right over that tackler. Jeff Rohr tackled him.
When you run outside, your tight end has to do a good job. Left side of your screen, you're going to see David Hill getting outside, jump out there in the linebacker's face, number 58. He's running him, turns him outside Hegman, then he's back upside. He runs right over Michael Downs. The tight end has to give you that corner if you're going to run successfully outside.
You know, the other thing about it, Dick, it's amazing how low he can get when he has to hit somebody, as tall as he is.
First down at the 41 of Los Angeles. And a very good defensive play, and Jeffcoat whirled around his blocker, Irv Pankey, and made the hit.
The Rams really believe in this running game, and they get a little static from Southern California writers about the running game. But, Hank, you know, this year there were 66 teams in the National Football League that ran the ball 40 times or more, and 64 of those 66 times they won the football game.
Well, that's the important thing. John knows it doesn't make any difference. Just win the game. That's all that's
right.
important.
Just win. What's Al Davis say? Just win, baby.
2nd and 11. Rock throws to David Hill for a couple of yards. 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 8. And that stops the clock with 3:47 left in the half.
I talked to David Hill before the game, Dick, and the last time we did a game, I called him, I said he wasn't a tight end, he was a loose tackle. So he challenged me today. He says, hey, I understand you call me a loose tackle. And I said, well, I meant it in a very complimentary way, of course, being that close to him. And he said, well, maybe I'll get a commercial like the refrigerator. I said, well, if that's the case, I'll be your agent.
It is 3rd down and 7. They have Hill listed at 240. He's bigger than that.
Much more like 270.
Yeah, 260 anyway.
Hunter is in there at the tight end spot now. They air it out, and Ellard has it taken away by Walls again. His 2nd of the day. Isn't he something? 9 during the year, 2 today. There is a flag. There is a flag, and offside against Dallas. Offside Dallas. Well, I'm back, boys. I thought they were offside.
Offside, number 54, defense, still 3rd down.
All against
You're
Randy
going to
White.
see right up here 8 people up on the line of scrimmage, and they're bringing people in here. Too many people for the offensive lineman to block. He lays it off quickly to the outside in a release pattern. He lays it up right now. You'll see Randy White and those people coming in. There's Bates taking a shot at him. Interception.
What happened was Downs came up and he gave Randy White a little push. And he shoved him offside, and it's 3rd and 2. They've got to go past midfield for a 1st down. And he did not. So they either punt or gamble. John Dutton and Dexter Clinkscale made the tackle. Hunter didn't quite clear him out, did he?
No, he didn't. And David Hill, the tight end, got a pretty good block on the linebacker back at that time. I was watching that, and I thought when it started,
He had him hooked?
Yeah, he got the hook on him, but I thought he would make more yardage. But by the time he got there, school was out. The bell rang.
Big Ed Jones, though, was working inside out. He was really playing a wide gap control, and he got out there.
Here's the 3rd punt by Hatcher, and Gordon Banks waits for it inside his 15.
And the other thing about Hatcher, he never tries to kick the ball out of bounds. You know that, Dick? He tries to get it up in the air. Never, ever will try to kick the ball out of bounds.
And he led the league in kicking it out of bounds inside the 20. He can thump it up high. Fair catch called for, 10-yard line by Banks.
And really,
The ball at the Dallas 10, a 40-yard punt, 2:41 left in the half, 3-0 Rams.
Anyone can tell you how many cities United flies to? I can. 159. Because every morning, flight after flight lifts off with a load of my sweet rolls. 747, 767, DC-10, New York to L.A., Miami to Seattle. So many flights to so many cities with so many of my sweet rolls. So next time you're in the friendly skies, someone says,
My compliments to the sweet roll man.
you'll know who they're talking about.
You're not just flying, you're flying the friendly skies.
Whether you New York Giants visit Chicago, they'd better be prepared for war with the Bears. The NFC playoffs continue tomorrow on CBS Sports.
Well, the winner of this one goes on to play the winner of that one, the Giants and the Bears. They're going to have to do the NFL today from McCormick Place in Chicago with Deerdorf and Butkus both there. They'll need an auditorium.
they'll need a big one.
And a reprise of that 63 game at Wrigley Field from the 10 with 2:41 left in the half. What a big hole, huh? And a gain of 4, maybe 5, and Leroy Urban came up and made the hit. There's a Goodyear blimp showing you the pictures from up above.
The Goodyear blimp. You know what an
Too bad we
advantage.
don't have a little more sunshine here today. The pilot of the blimp is Tom Mattis. That's the Goodyear blimp Columbia.
You know, it's a big event when you see that thing floating around Southern California, don't you?
Right. It's 2nd and 5 as Dorsett picked up 5. Good faking middle screen to Dorsett. Well executed first down. Tackle by Cromwell. And now the 2-minute warning. Actually 1:57 left in the half, and the Cowboys will have a first down when we resume, and they'll be going from their own 21.
That thing works like a Chevy truck. But me and my buddies want to get away on a rough, tough expedition.
We're here on the field, and so don't go away at halftime.
You know what a great spot to live, Southern California. You can watch a playoff game today, go to the L.A. Coliseum tomorrow, and watch the Raiders play. You know, if you're a fan, that's a heck of an advantage.
Well, it's great to be in Gary, Indiana, too, Dick.
What's great about it?
They can see the Bears play.
Oh, that's right. You bet.
Dallas on first down during the season did very well. Today they've been pretty well stymied. A little more than 3 yards. That Danny White's had a tough year, as we mentioned, physically. A bad left shoulder. There's Reggie Doss. Looks mean, doesn't he? Richards is playing on the offensive line. Broderick Thompson on the offensive line. First down pass. Renfro. And it is an interception, a fumble, a Ram recovery, and the Rams had the ball. It was picked off by Gary Green. He fumbled it. It was picked up by Vince Newsom.
Watch it going down the field, and Wilshire got a great hit on the quarterback. Look at the ball's thrown a little bit short. Great anticipation by Gary Green. Good leap. Maintains concentration. It's almost lost, but he catches it on a rebound. Comes back down with it. Starts upfield. He loses the ball. And there it is. Follow the bouncing ball. Newsom picks it up.
Only the man that fumbles the ball on the team that intercepted in the last 2 minutes can pick it up and run. We go back to the spot of the fumble. First down.
Okay, in the last 2 minutes of the half, or of the game, only the man who fumbled the ball can pick it up and advance it, so they go back to the spot of the fumble at the Rams 43.
You can see the wide receiver coming right down here, and then they're working in the deep middle. As he does it, now you see the defense was actually rotating away from him, working to the right. It's thrown up there. The defender, Gary Green, goes high for the football, and you can see why he's played in the Pro Bowl.
First down pass by Brock. And a good reception by Redden, a big hit, and a first down. Jeff Rohr and Everson Walls made the tackle. But who says these officials aren't on top of the situation? They call that 2-minute rule with regard to advancing the fumble.
And how about the people that criticized Dieter Brock for throwing the ball sidearms? That time he threw it right around the defensive guy. You see it? Really got out there in great shape.
There's Gary Green.
Redden went to the Dallas 42. First down. Here's the up back, and Redden running with it. The ball, that was going to be an option play.
That was going to be an option.
He was looking to pitch the ball to Dickerson, and Redden kept the ball and gained 6.5 yards.
You're going to see the fullback right here take the ball, step to this, coming right in here, and he is actually going to pitch the ball if the defense forces him to at that time. Now watch the quarterback reach back, gives it to him. Now see, he's got the ball out there getting ready to pitch. He didn't have to. He's an option quarterback.
Hegman made the tackle. There's a timeout called. We have 58 seconds left in the half.
The option play, the fullback gets the ball deep as he can and heads right here. The linebacker takes him. He pitches it right here. If not, he runs up inside. He ran up inside.
So he may be tossing the ball to Dickerson. We'll watch that.
Well, next time they won't let him run up inside. He'll have to pitch it. You watch.
Second down and 3. Oh, right through the arms of the receiver, Henry Ellert. And the crowd groans.
Hank, they moved the pocket like he suggested in the pregame talk. You know, he moved the pocket away to get outside that big, tall rush.
And I think what happened, Henry Ellard, didn't get his head around fast enough. Dick didn't locate the ball out in front far enough, and that's why he wasn't ready for it. and missed the catch that time that he normally catches very easily.
Right, plus that Brock really zings that football. He has an extremely strong arm.
Brock is 5 out of 12, 54 yards, 1 interception. 3rd and 3. Ellard in motion. Fumble. And the Rams, Dickerson got it, and it's 4th down. Mishandled the snap from center, and Brock pulled away a little too quickly as far as Tony Slayton is concerned. And I'm surprised the Cowboys are not calling timeout. That last timeout was charged to the Rams. Both teams. Well, now it's stopped by the Rams. It's their 4th down. Too long for a field goal. But they could gamble here. It's going to be 4th down and 7 coming up. They could air it out, and even an interception wouldn't hurt too much, Hank.
Yeah, the Rams have 1 timeout left, and Dallas has 3.
Well, maybe the Rams take a safety here. Give us a 3-2 game. Wouldn't that be nice?
For who?
Tomorrow, those New York Giants are in Chicago, and they'll play the Bears. The NFL today at 12 Eastern Time. They'll kick it off at 12:30 Eastern Time. What do you think about that one, Hank?
I think it's going to be a terrific game. I think most people around the country in football feel the same way. The Giants are on a roll. They're playing both very well, both offensively and defensively, and their defense has been terrific. They're running the ball well, and as a result, I think it's going to be a lot better game than everybody thinks it's going to be.
It's not going to be automatic for the Bears, is it, Dick?
It won't be automatic, but if they play like they were playing when there was competition within their division to win it, I really think they're fresh and they have just a little too much horsepower and momentum and physical ability for the Giants coming out of a wild card game.
Earlier today, Miami came from behind 21-3 and won 24-21 and eliminated the Browns. They're going to run from scrimmage here on 4th down and 7 at the Dallas 39. On 4th down, the Rams have made a first down 7 times in 13 tries this year.
You know, they haven't gotten the ball to Hunter at all so far in this game, have they?
You're right. He overthrew Ellard. Ellard was being trailed by Downs, and the ball goes over to the Cowboys with 30 seconds left. Randy White was coming after Brock.
Watch the pressure now. He's back in the pocket, looking to throw the ball downfield. Too Tall Jones is out of the play, but look at inside. White coming from the backside gives him a shot. Knocks him down right about the time he's getting ready to throw the ball. And, of course, he rifled it downfield to make sure it wasn't intercepted.
People who play against Randy White say the amazing thing about him is that on every play, he is 100%. He has intensity throughout the entire contest. He never lets up.
Well, I should add that, you know, it didn't make any difference had they intercepted it. They probably would have intercepted it and let it drop and then take the ball where it is.
From the 39 and out of the shotgun, Cowboys have 3 timeouts. That ball was tipped away from Renfro. Boy, they've nullified Hill and Renfro, haven't they? There's a flag down. Is that a flag? No. White is slow in getting up.
Here comes Gary Jeter coming around from the backside and gives him the heat. Jeter's had a real good game pressuring the quarterback. He has great speed to the outside. They tried to double up, actually hurt the offensive tackles block, and he really puts him down on his head and shoulder.
They show a replay of it here. Howard Richards was trying to keep him out and couldn't do it, and then Dorsett took a pass at him.
You know, in coaching against Landry like I have so many years, I would have never done what John did. I'd have punted the darn ball because they're very good in these situations, and they're not far away from a field goal.
No, 24 seconds left, and they still have 3 timeouts.
4-man rush, 2nd and 10. Screen pass. This is going to get some yards. And Dorsett is short of a first down. And we have 17 seconds left in the half as the Cowboys call timeout. Mike Wiltshire was there along with Jim Collins.
Good call. Jeter working upfield all the time, giving him pressure. They're going to screen under him on that side. You're going to see Jeter to the left side, bottom of the screen, the offensive tackle, working upfield real good. Number 77, Howard Richards takes him inside like he'd like to on the screen. Now they get him upfield and they throw the screen outside him. Nice wall formed out in front of him. Can't make the one-man Mike Wiltshire miss, and the offensive lineman out in front of him didn't get him down. Gary Jeter.
At halftime today, Brent Musburger and his crew are here, and they'll be down on the field. And they'll talk a little bit about the game played previously today, with Miami eliminating Cleveland 24-21. Tom Brookshire and Joe Montana are there with him, with Jimmy the Greek, Irv Cross, and live from Chicago, Mike Singletary, a big part of the Bears team.
Boy, when you study the Bears from a computer standpoint and evaluate them, it's amazing how they dominate statistically the National Football League defensively. And offensively, they're up in there pretty good, too. Yards per pass completion, and they're up there pretty good. The important stats, running the football.
Danny White is 7 out of 13. 3rd and 3. He's got a bad left shoulder, a concussion, an ankle injury, a rib injury. Took a shot on the last play. 3-man rush. Pass is tipped again. Throwing into that zone, and with the hands up, Mel Owens. 12 seconds left. 4th down, Dallas.
It's amazing how quickly those linebackers respond and react to the ball once it's on its way. It's unbelievable.
They do as good a job or better job than any team that I've seen this year. Their whole linebacker core, Hank, is very active. They've made 51% of the tackles this year. Take a look at this from the end zone. Now, you'll see the linebacker right in the middle of your, right to the right of your screen, excuse me. Number 58, Mel Owens. Now, see the quarterback looking to the right. He throws it down in the seam. Now, Owens goes way, look at him get, he really got up there. Nice job, Mel Owens. He's a fine linebacker. I've watched him play many times this year. I really thought he could be in the Pro Bowl.
Well, this is 4th down, and they throw it inside the 50 to Tony Hill to the 49, and now we have 9 seconds left. They're thinking of terms of getting Septien set up. At the moment, they're out of his range. His longest field goal this year, 53 yards.
That's the longest in his career, too, Jack.
And Wiltshire forced Hill out of bounds. But if they can pick up another 15 or so, they'll give him a crack at it.
We're going to Tony.
9 seconds left in the half. 3-0 Rams on a first quarter field goal. It's pretty good in this kind of game. And Dorsett went out of bounds at the 45 with 4 seconds left. Well, that would make it a 62-yard try, so not yet.
They don't have enough time to throw the ball downfield.
Where's Dempsey? Where's Dempsey when you need him, right?
Where's Dempsey when you need him?
With 4 seconds left, why, White will try to throw it over the center field fence down here and hope that somebody catches it.
Yeah, he'll get 3 receivers on one side and give it the old Andy overshot and hope for some kind of a big play, a pass interference or a deflected ball or something. But just try to make something happen right before the half.
Carl Poe checks in, P-O-W-E. A rookie out of Arizona State. He caught 7 against the 49ers. And now, timeout is called by the Cowboys. Might as well. They expend their last timeout. No, they don't. They have 1 left.
You were talking about Septien's range. You know that he is the NFL's leading.
Cross time had expired.
And Gary Jeter really got a great block.
Well, the Rams wouldn't mind winning this game 3-0.
55 yards return on the interception.